Hi, I'm Matt Sanders, and we are here in the Studio M showroom, and I'm here to give you a first look at my new collection. Come on. I love vintage. I have always loved vintage. Anytime I travel, I check out flea markets, I check out the antique districts, and whenever I decorate with lighting, I always end up incorporating vintage pieces into my room. So I wanted this collection to be rooted in vintage. I'm also a very minimal person, so I wanted it to feel modern. So I would say this collection is very vintage modern. My collection is vintage because it is really an ode to designs of the past, but with a little bit of like a modern, edgy twist. So again, we were looking at some of my favorite influences, French modernism, 70s lighting. I firmly believe as a designer that your home should tell your story. It should tell the story of who you are and where you've been. And for me, this collection kind of tells the story of everywhere I've traveled, the different things I've sourced, and some of my favorite designers that have influenced the work that I do today. It's almost like being a DJ, right? A DJ takes music and they take all different works from other people and they create one body of work at the end of the day. I almost feel like designing this lighting collection was like being a mix artist or a DJ who was taking lots of ideas and putting them into one place. I really feel like people want to take risks. They're just looking for permission to do so, and that's where designers come in. I think people inherently have an idea of something that they want to do that's really risky when they're designing their homes. They just need a designer to pay to tell them to take these risks. And I think that's what this collection does. We've designed lighting that's bold, that's a little eccentric, that's very playful, and now you can just put it in your home. You can put it on your walls, you can hang it from your ceiling, and it's a collection that really just like enables you to immediately take a risk, take a leap. For as much as I'm casual, for as much as I love playfulness, and for as much as I'm kind of like a silly person, the root of everything I do is chic and elegant. If it doesn't feel elevated, if it doesn't feel classy, I don't want to make that move. So every decision that was made in refining this collection was made to make sure that everything stays super, super chic. So the collection is vintage, it's elegant, it's daring, it's collected. I think those are all the words that I have listed on my dating profile. Working with Studio M on the Matt Sanders collection was a very collaborative effort, and that's my favorite kind of partnership. It was the ones where everyone is bringing ideas to the table. I start with a lot of raw inspiration. To have their know-how in terms of the engineering and all of the specificity that goes into creating a lighting piece, along with my big ideas, it was just a true, very fluid, very easy partnership that I think resulted in a fantastical original collection. I'm a firm believer that design should be a representation of the chicest version of who you are. As an interior designer, I am never trying to impart my personal style on you. It's my journey and it's my job as a designer to figure out who you are, what makes you tick, and then help you realize the chicest version of that. So it's about pushing you to take risks. It's about identifying your style point of view and making that the most extreme, best, fantastical version of that it can be. And that's what this lighting collection is all about. It's fantastical, it's original, it's classic. It can kind of go everywhere, and I think it will speak to a lot of people. Thanks for joining me on this first look. I hope you liked my collection as much as I enjoyed designing it, and now I'm gonna kick you out. So bye, because I think I'm gonna live here now.